Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium. Now, obviously, last episode ended abruptly. This episode is not starting where last episode started. I fucked up. I accidentally pressed the stop record button, my little quick button that I never ever press. But I accidentally pressed it, and I didn't notice it until a little bit later. Now, the things we missed. Actually, don't remember. Let me. I believe the only thing we missed was getting the sunglasses box check, which we passed, but we didn't want the sunglasses. We ended up buying the 50 real sneakers and the windbreaker jacket that he had. And then we put on our encyclopedia glasses, and we came over to this monument here. And we succeeded. So I'll just read this out for you guys. I'm really sorry about that. Luckily, I caught it sooner rather than later, I suppose, but still. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Felipe, I don't remember how to say it, was known for his profligacy. In what way? Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold. Hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Ah.
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
This is a lot to process. So he's addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
What is nose candy?
Cocaine.
Oh yeah. This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay. Where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I really don't get art.
Neither do people in Martinez. The statue has proved to be controversial in a neighborhood mostly populated by the left-leaning working class. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Leave. Okay. And just to make sure, because I really don't remember when I stopped recording. I know I was in the Whirling in Rags, but I don't know if it was before or after we talked to the smoker. So just in case that's not in there, we unlocked the homosexual underground when we talked to him, which apparently he's a part of. And apparently we could have been a part of too. We can't remember. Okay, so. And this is where I did it. So my record button is the middle mouse button, which might sound like a pretty important button, and it is. But I don't typically use it in single-player games, like ever. So I usually don't hit it, but when I was trying to scroll through this quickly, I must have like hit it. Okay, so we have these two things in that building. Those are really the only things besides the cargo container door that I have left that I know where to go for. The barred door's in there too. Set of tracks we can't do. Sleeping dock worker we can't do. I really don't want to go back through there. We'll go back through there one last time and just look real quick. But this is the last time we're looking through here because I'm sick of going through this building, to be honest. And you guys are probably sick of seeing me go through it. And while I'm on the topic of sick of things, I also want to apologize for the poor audio quality in the last video. Did we go down here? I forgot to mute the recording software's audio. So it picked up my voice in the recording software too, so it's not going to sound as good as it has usually sounded. So my apologies for that too. But this episode's back to my usual quality, which maybe is not actually that good. I don't actually, it is what it is. So it's not those two things unless, I'm really missing something. Like the map wall would be the only thing that is. This could have been, I think one of those is probably that. Because I think we could have bashed that in instead of doing what we did. Is there anything back here? No. And we know there's nothing here. Okay. Nothing there. Yeah, nothing over here. Unless there was something in here, which I'm guessing those checks are going to be like if you tried to do this in a different way than we did it. Like, we got permission to go through all these places. So maybe if we didn't get permission, we would have had to, like, break them down. I think that probably is the case. Or here's the map wall, maybe.
Several maps have
Yeah.
been attacked. The maps look old and fake. This large map, Ozon.
See if I can't find it.
Radiating outwards from you can lost little. The ocean breaks connection. You have lived. Perhaps they are gods. The north to the east. Huron. It's so. No.
I'm sorry, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. Yes. Are you? I'm sorry, they're quite that old. From when they didn't get that far.
Nope. Okay. That's not okay. We're done here then. Let's go. Let's go talk to the cargo container. I think that's the last thing we have to do. Which is good. There's a couple of things I wanted to check out here. And we wanted to talk to Evrart again. Wait. Isn't this the mail thing over here?
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
I knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Drop the white envelope into the
You
mailbox.
drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon.
All right, let's go back to Evrart. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Good. I don't like Evrart. And where's our damn gun? Maybe he'll give us our gun. Oh, we need to cash his check too. Forgot about that. Hello. Oh. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't flowers that were left for Clausy. Those aren't the... Okay.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
That was easy. Worryingly so. Blow the whole thing on speed and gin. Right now. Speed and gin. Great combo. Ask some local dealers, maybe.
No, we've moved on from that, man. We're sober.
The tear machine step.
No. You need tear to use the...
I don't think I have any bottles anyway. But now we have enough money, we could go and buy the glasses if we wanted to. Let's talk to you again.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hey, tough guy, I had more questions.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stock.
Let's go. Wasted your time. So we go up in here, and we can just walk in through here now, right? I like how I have my flashlight out still, just shining it in people's faces as we go. And then up here. We can check the guardhouse too. Maybe there's something from what's his face, Renee.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Rene left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor. It's up to you.
Take the uniform.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
It's needed for work and all that. This is gonna take my shit to the next level.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Okay. What does that give me? Oh, reaction speed. Should we go through these? Let's see. I have a couple of them, right? Because it activated a thing for the communist hat. Let's see. Yeah.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
So this is going to be the capitalism one, it looks like, right? Fashion faux pas. Discard the thought and the shoes.
Let's hope no one saw you wearing these outrageously expensive and ultra-liberal shoes.
Oh, maybe that's what I wanted. I don't remember. Well. Let's try this on. Oh, it looks nice. Look at that.
Wow, this jacket makes you feel strong. As if your blood is mixing with that of the venerable Philippian loyalists of old.
We're definitely not a nationalist, so get rid of it.
Yes, let's hope no one saw you wearing that outrageously fascist jacket.
Yes, hopefully not. Okay. What are the other ones that I have? I have another one, right? I think. Where is it, though? While we're going through this, I guess we should be putting our rhetoric stuff on. Rhetoric. I think we only have one rhetoric, don't we? Do. Yeah, that. And here's the other one. Kingdom of Conscious. Consciousness, or whatever. What was it? Yeah, Kingdom of Conscience. Rhetoric. I think that's it. Yep. Okay. We don't have anything that like subtracts rhetoric, right? No. We're actually not wearing a whole lot.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense? This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Oh.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
You must be mistaken. I'm a real radical. That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here. That is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it? I'm a real radical.
Of course. A radical centrist.
No.
In these bright and loud times,
No.
where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out, sober thinking is a radical act. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
No, I'm too fiery for the watercolor. For this watercolor ideology. I'm trying to develop more extreme and interesting opinions.
That's a pity. Real democracy was just around the corner for Rivershaw. All the leading citizens are waiting there, without you.
Okay. So, we don't need these things. They're not helping us. Oh, God. Okay. So, my clothes of choice, obviously, are boots. Oh, we don't need encyclopedia. We need rhetoric. Okay, we're fine then. Kind of reaction speed, or do we want? Yeah, we want these. Look at that, looking good, looking sharp. And for our jacket, or for this, we want this. For our jacket, I do like that, but we had a better one, didn't we? Or was this the best one? That's not what we were wearing. This, right? Empathy, hand-eye coordination versus visual calculators. Let's go with that. There we go. And our neck. That's actually a pretty good neck, isn't it? What were we wearing before? Were we wearing we weren't wearing the bow tie anymore. It might have been that. I don't remember. And glasses-wise, that's encyclopedia. Do we have better glasses now? Actually, that's probably the glasses we were wearing. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go talk to the cargo container. Try to rhetoric it away.
You're back before the cargo
Ooh,
container.
3% chance.
Its draw has not lessened, and as it's always.
Okay. Alright, let's talk to Evrart. I think that's the last thing we have to do before we head back to Ruby. We might finish the game today. Or this episode. I don't know, maybe... I don't know if Ruby's actually the last part. It's probably going to be more. Maybe that's just when things start going crazy.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Yep, it's done. I mailed the signatures to you. You asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry.
He claps...
Of course.
oh,
I already knew this.
he claps his hands together like a child who's just been offered cotton candy.
My friend, the mailman, confirms
Nice.
the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Good. He nods to the lieutenant, smiling broadly.
See, forging that signature really paid off.
Shush! Don't let him hear you. The signature I got. I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise. Did you order the hanged man killed? Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway.
He smiles and shakes his head in wonderment.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Unstable is good, actually. She will be easier to disarm. No, wait. Actually, unstable is pretty bad.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth.
It actually sounds extremely bad. But let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight,
Damn it.
starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
What if we can spend another day here?
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Yeah. Did you order the hanged man killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
Why are you so fat?
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
That is true. People don't trust pretty people.
Yep. What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men. Or 15 men. Or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Ah. Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
He looks at the swordfish clock and nods. Who killed the hanged man?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Evrart Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
A guy, huh?
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
Wow. A neurochemical. Psychoactive labor uprising stroke hostile takeover.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it? God, that sounds shady. Digging it, Evrart. I have to say, I'm digging this part. That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
He slams his fist on the desk once more.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
He smiles.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share? Drugs are a no-go for me. I'll report this. I have to admit, that's a well-put-together plan and far removed from you. Interesting stuff. I just want to solve this murder, okay? Makes sense to regulate the drug trade like this. Keeps it out of more dangerous hands. Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share?
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
Lieutenant nods slowly. Makes sense to regulate the drug trade.
Oh, Harry, you've misunderstood. I have no drugs in my hands. It's all far removed from me, like some half-remembered dream. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
It would still be illegal.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
Hold on. I don't want to look at the big picture. I want to look at the drug trade you almost admitted to. Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy. It's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man. I'm not feeling a whole lot of Revachol here. Not enough flags or kings. Honestly, it's not my place to judge or express an opinion. We're gonna go with our inner thoughts. Hold on.
No, Harry. That's boring. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it. Boys, Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This bold new vision of incorporated socialism I'm offering?
It's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
The signatures I got. I know you plan to force them out of their out with the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
The lieutenant says grimly.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it.
He slams his fist on the table, causing some of the coffee to spill.
Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Youth supermarket church complex? Do you really expect me to believe that? Low-income housing? If even part of this is true, then why not? And life? Nod. I knew you were a man of the people, Evrart. Let's butter him up. I knew you were a man of the people.
And I knew you were one too, Harry. Right when you rolled into town. I've got the center, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that.
I knew you were up to something. Sounds like you got this. You can rely on my vote. You're up to something.
Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
A true flash of anger in him as he thinks of her.
Mm-hmm. That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
A few more questions about the harbor.
I'm always happy to... Very nice, Harry. Let's hear it, Harry. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia.
All right.
See you soon, Debarder. Just kidding, but not too much.
Okay. Got a lot of information there. And we did get another level up, and we're close to a second one, which is big. So let's go ahead and look at the map. What is the number one stat that we need to use? I can use this again? That's weird. So 1 conceptualization. Let's just go through this. 2, 3 conceptualizations. I see right now. Encyclopedia, perception, hearing. Or is there any of them that I really want to see done? I wouldn't mind doing the volition one with Claudia, but that's only 1. There's 3 conceptualizations. Seems like that's probably the best one. So with Tommy, Joyce. Yeah, getting one with Joyce would be good. The mirror. Logic has 1, 2 with logic, so logic wouldn't be a bad one either. I think we're gonna go with. Would 1 point in conceptualization really help us that much with any of those, though? Or 1 point in logic? I don't know if it would. Let's get 1 in conceptualization. That we have. There's 3 to be had. Let's get it. So that's gonna open up some of these again. Yep. And let's go see if we can do them. And we need to go talk to Joyce. Take a look at our... Confront the pigs and get your gun back. So we gotta do... That's tonight. Get yourself organized. That's also tonight. So there's 2 things we got to do tonight, and they're on opposite sides of the map. I guess we should have prioritized the ones we have quests for, huh? That probably would have been smart. If we get another level up, we'll do that. I guess this one's gonna be failed, right? Getting the hangman, that one's failed too. Now, apparently we can redo that. It seemed like we could.
The bullet is still
No.
safely sealed away.
Ooh, maybe we should do that one.
Bearing the
Damn. Alright. So let's go talk to Tommy, Joyce, and the stained glass window, right? Do you have anything new to say? Because I don't think we're be coming back.
Mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I love this guy. I have some questions for you.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
The little guy chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters.
What do you mean by...
Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
You seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask you about somebody.
Mr. Evrart doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr.
Edgar.
Everart's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revachol, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everart's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
Tell me about Manana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Evrart sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
That's precisely what he is. Evrart's dragon.
Tell me about Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
Tell me about Evrart.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Evrart would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Tell him about Renee.
The night guard. He was a peculiar fellow. Headstrong and proud. We didn't really talk all that much. He died recently. Something with his ticker.
The little guy looks you in the eye. Actually, I want to talk to you about something else.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
I'm off. Okay, we got another quest. It's the game that keeps on giving. Spiked the borscht, huh? This is the way down, right? Yeah, we go over here. I've already forgotten everything that was that we used conceptualization for. Did we use it for the, I guess we could just look. So Joyce and Tommy. We don't use it for the backyard thing, do we? We could use it for Measurehead. We could do that just to get the experience, potentially. That might not be a terrible thing to do. The backyard wall, not the window. I could have sworn there was something else for the window. I think it's encyclopedia, though. Or logic. We're gonna need to find a way to pass time, though. I know we can do it with books, but we've already read the books. We could go buy more books. Potentially. Just to pass the time. I don't know if we go into our room at the shack, if we can pass time by using the bed. I don't think we've tried that before. But first, Tommy, and then we gotta go talk to Joyce. Let's see.
Still here? Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Our conceptualization. Do you have things that are lower in conceptualization? Take that off. And it's this one has conceptualization. No. We don't have anything lower in conceptualization, but that's the only thing that raises it, as far as I'm aware of. Yeah. No, it's not. Wasn't there a coat that did it too? Yes. Okay, there we go.
still here, stuck in this damn jam.
28% chance.
What's up?
No. Just no. I can already see it's failed. This guy has amazing willpower. Honestly, he's the only one of that intellectual bunch I trust.
Damn. Let's go talk to Joyce then. And I guess we could stop here real quick and just double check these glasses.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100.
Nah, we don't need them. Don't need them. I think we'll, after we get done talking to Joyce, if there's time in this episode, because we're running a little low on time now, we'll see about if we can sleep in the, or rest in our bed for, you know, an afternoon. Gotta find out how to get to Joyce. How would we get there? Can we just walk over there? Oh. What was that? Should come back here when it snows. A strange feeling. I can see the sailboat there. How do I get to it? This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Okay. Doesn't help me at all right now. There must be something that I'm missing around my shack. Oh, it's right there. Dirt. Okay. Hello.
I'll just keep the Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds up the mooring line around a post.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the end of the line around the post and straightens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here?
That's a lie. You were here last night. I think. Or this morning. I don't know. What brings you here? You already said that.
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So how do you like it here? Look around.
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half-finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, Madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
You're in no danger. Whisper. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. This is all your fault. You should be scared. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. This place is doomed either way. I say nothing. This is how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up. Her raincoat flaps in the gust. This island?
No, they're in Celindian Isola.
What is an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now. We have time.
Do we?
He glances at his watch. Doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit.
I've talked to Evrart.
You have?
She smiles
And
carefully.
how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
I didn't. He's a beautiful man. Beautiful and just. Evrart Clare is a hero of the workers' movement. He is the champion I've sworn fealty to. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He is not the champion I've chosen. I was just for fealty to you and the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job. Whose side would we pick? So she's a capitalist. We're a communist. So we're opposites. Morally, we're probably more akin to each other, though. She seems better than him. She did get manipulated a bit with the badge, but not as rudely as Evrart did. Though I wonder, I guess some would say manipulating somebody subtly is probably more of a dangerous thing to do than what Evrart did. He was more open about it. I guess they're more honest in a way about it. Not that she was, I don't know. I don't really feel like I choose sides with any of them very strongly. And to be honest, I still don't really understand the law of this land. Like, what is the law? Doesn't seem like there is much of one. It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Sure.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Ma'am, this whole thing is a takeover. Mr. Evrart is helping me find my gun. He asked me to deliver an envelope. I'd rather talk about something else. This whole thing's a takeover.
Is what you're about to say when a cold streak runs through your heart. Once said, there is no going back, Harry.
Yes, there is still reality-based knowledge I can glean from her.
Yes. What if something happens to her and you've left one question unasked? Sneaky little question escapes your eyes.
That's true. Smart. Mr. Evrart is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else?
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
Here.
Here? Oh no. What does that bloated hellbat want with my little cinder block town?
It's clear the village has already grown dear to her. Strangely so. Why did she come here?
No, don't tell me. I don't want to know what he has in store for this place. Probably a statue. It's a statue, right? A giant statue of him. Or better yet, his twin brother. Practically the same thing, but makes him seem less like a psychopath.
He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
She looks down to Jetty remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
Her voice just suddenly sounded extremely familiar to me. What else is she voiced in? I'm going to look that up to see if my suspicions are correct. You've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head.
She's sentimental, all right. You don't know enough about her to find out why exactly. She will keep her secrets for now.
You prefer something else, not a youth center?
First, there won't be a youth center. Whatever he's told you or the residents, it'll be something horrific, perhaps even worse than a statue. So, yes, I do.
Like what?
A fishery. I've been speaking with Lillian here. She gave me the idea. The infrastructure is all here, and with my connections... Sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. I just have to accept that I'll never be the rich candy girl who goes around solving people's problems with money.
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village, full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day.
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead, ask me anything.
We should succeed on this, too. What is reach for something fundamental?
A strange
oh my god.
Comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all.
Come on. That was a 92% chance game.
The doubt is fully formed in your head. The alien feeling persists. Yet something's still missing. You have finished mulling over the jamais vu thought, but your conceptualization skills are not nuanced enough to make sense of it.
That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Thank you.
Anything?
Oh, I can't believe we didn't pass that test. Oh, that sucks. I suppose we could put another point in conceptualization because we're close to leveling up. There's a good chance we'll level up again. Yeah, we're only 13 points away from leveling up. Let's see if we can pass time in here.
The bed is comforting, if a bit rough.
No. This wasn't conceptualization. This is encyclopedia, right?
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Yeah.
You see?
Okay. That's where we're going to end this episode. In the next one, I suppose we'll just find a way to pass time. I might look up in between episodes of how we can pass time. Maybe we just have to get some books and read them. I don't think that's going to pass enough time, though. If there's no way to pass time, I don't know. Maybe I could either just leave the game up or we just keep going. I want my gun, though, and it gives us the chance to talk to the communists, too. So I'd like to do those. Like, very much so. I don't know. Maybe I'll look up to see if pursuing Ruby really is a point of no return, or if it's just like certain things I won't be able to do again. I don't know. I'm always weary about looking things up, but we'll have to see. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.